there, I'm Sarah from Decorative Stitch, and I want to show you my 3 favorite ways to use the guideline marker. I'm working on the Baby Lock Chorus, but it's on several of our Baby Lock machines. So number 1, if you ever really struggle with getting that perfect seam allowance, even with a guide foot, let me show you how you can use the guideline marker to extend that guide. So I'll turn it on here, and it brings it at center needle position, and I'm just going to move it over until it's at the 1/4 inch marking, which is indicated on the bobbin cover of my machine. And now I know that I can run the edge of my fabric right along that guide as I'm stitching to make sure I get that absolutely perfect 1/4 inch seam allowance that's so important when it comes to quilting. So just like that, super easy, I have a perfect 1/4 inch seam allowance. Another way I like to use the guideline marker at the 1/4 inch marking is for easy pieced half square triangle units. Normally you would need to mark a center line from point to point down your triangles, but with the guideline marker turned on at that 1/4 inch from center needle position, I can just position that guideline marker down my square from tip to tip, and I automatically know that I am stitching a 1/4 inch away from center. So let me rotate and do the other side of my half square triangle unit. And again, I'm just going from point to point. And now, I have stitching that is exactly a 1/2 inch apart, cut down the center, and I've got 2 absolutely perfect half square triangle units. Now, I also really love to use my guideline marker for mitered seams of my binding strips. So I'm going to turn that back on, but this time I'm going to take it back to the center needle position. And I like to have that nice mitered edge when I'm attaching my binding strips, so I can line them up right sides together, and then I'm just going to position that guideline marker from point to point or corner to corner, and this will give me that perfect mitered seam. Cut. Press this open, and I've got a perfectly mitered seam for binding on any quilt. So to check out the Baby Lock Chorus and see the needle guide beam in action, be sure to stop by Decorative Stitch. We're at 22 in Van Dyke in Shelby Township, Michigan.